Hello guys, and welcome to a very interesting video as I'll be discussing my top 5 favourite Spider-Man villains. So yeah, this one's going to be an interesting one. Waha. At number 5, Dr. Octopus, aka Doc Ock. Yeah, I had to put Dr. Octopus here because I love Dr. Octopus's character, because I love his backstory, I love his general background that he's got, and I think he just looks really cool. I mean, to be honest, I am quite a fan of the sort of yellowish look with the arms and things. That's my favourite look for Doc Ock. To be honest, I'm not really a fan with, you know, like in all the recent animated stuff. Although I did like the long coat, the long green coat look that he had in the Spider-Man 2 movie from the original trilogy. But yeah, the reason I've put him at number 5 was generally is because I really do like his character and I do feel attached to it. The fact that he is controlled by these arms that are connected to his brain, and they are telling him to do things that he doesn't want to do. And also, from where I last read Spider-Man, because I haven't read any comics in ages, the last thing I read was where he took over Peter Parker's body, and Peter Parker had put all his memories and emotions into Doc Ock while he was in Spider-Man's body. So at the moment, Dr. Octopus is in Peter Parker's body. So yeah. And he had generally a very, very dark storyline, because in Doc Ock's body he was dying of cancer and had to find a way of living by going into Peter Parker's body. So I'm okay with that, although I am a little bit annoyed that the Amazing Spider-Man comics are over. But hey ho, change is good, new is good. I mean, everything has got to end sometime. 4. Lizard. In my top 5 list, I had to put Lizard, who is one of my all-time favourite Spider-Man villains. Generally because I just love his character. I mean, he's one of the iconic characters and generally he's quite rememberable. You know, this scientist who is Doc Connors, who is trying to rebuild his arm by using reptile genetics, and then ends up becoming a giant human-like lizard, which I've always found really cool because I love reptiles. I mean, reptiles are my favourite animals, and I love lizards, and the fact that Spider-Man has got an enemy that is pretty much a giant lizard I thought was really, really cool. And he looks awesome in the comics. I mean, I love the lab coat look. That's why I wasn't so keen on the look that they gave him in the Amazing Spider-Man movie, because yeah, he did wear a lab coat in one scene, but I prefer the original lizard look. The sort of threatening, sort of scientist sort of look. But yeah, he has a very good backstory and and I always like, the thing what I like about the Spider-Man villains is a lot of them are about science that's gone wrong. I like those characters that have a weird sort of scientific connection to them. So far I've done Doc Ock and Lizard. They were both scientists, and their experiments obviously went very, very wrong. Ice Cream Van. 3. Green Goblin. Now I had to put Green Goblin here, because Green Goblin is probably one of the most iconic Spider-Man villains, probably of all time, really. I mean, I just love Green Goblin. I think Green Goblin is a fantastic character who is just brilliant. I mean, it's just a shame that in the Spider-Man movies we've not had a proper Green Goblin yet, but one day we will. One day. But we'll probably be waiting a while. But in the comic books he is just fantastic. I love his character. I love the look of him, the fact that he actually looks like a goblin. I always like that comic look with like the green and the sort of purple outfit. I'm a fan of that, and the throwing the pumpkins I've always found really cool as well. But yeah, I love Green Goblin. He's really cool. And of course in the Spider-Man Ultimate Universe, Green Goblin kills Peter Parker in the Ultimate Spider-Man universe. And I think if anyone was going to kill Spider-Man, I think it would have to be in Green Goblin, because I think he is just really iconic, and I could actually imagine Spider-Man risking his life to save the city for Green Goblin. If not that, then probably, I don't know, maybe Venom or Carnage, I don't know. But yeah. 2. Carnage. Now, of course, I had to put this villain in somewhere because, oh my god, Carnage is one of the best Spider-Man villains of all time. I love Carnage. I love his character. I love his backstory. The way he looks as well, the sort of reddish Venom sort of look, I thought was really cool. So, you know, the basic idea was that Carnage was meant to be the darker version of Venom, and I think, you know, Marvel did that superbly in the Spider-Man era. I mean, I love Carnage. He's fantastic. I mean, the fact that he's got this horrible, twisted, psychopathic backstory, you know, killing his grandma in cold blood, and he just goes around killing people. Then obviously when he gets the sort of censor right, he goes completely insane and becomes this Venom that we all love. And what's quite cool is he was actually based on Batman's Joker. I mean, and I thought I could tell because I think in the animated series from the 90s they sort of added the sort of Joker-ish laugh and that sort of voice, and I thought, yeah, it does kind of remind me of the Joker. But yeah, his character was actually based on the Joker, and from what I had researched not that long ago, I had researched that there was a Spider-Man and Batman crossover where Carnage and the Joker had teamed up, and I thought that was really, really cool, because I would just love to see how those two characters would act with each other. But yeah, Carnage, definitely, I mean, all the way. Love him. 1. Now this was a very, very tricky decision, but obviously I just had to go for it, and it just had to be Venom, because I love Venom. I think that's why he is my favourite, because I just generally like him, and I think he's probably the most iconic villain out of the whole Spider-Man universe. I mean, when you think of Spider-Man, you think of Venom. I think the reason I like Venom so much is, in a way, he's kind of like Spider-Man's equal, because they both have very similar powers, except Venom is a lot more powerful than Spider-Man is. And, you know, I just think he just looks amazing. I mean, I really like the structure of, like, his suit, and the very long tongue and that sort of alienish look towards him. And obviously, what I like about it is because I love the fact that this, you know, the black ink that goes onto the human body literally attaches to you as a host and makes your aggressive emotions a lot stronger. And obviously I love Spider-Man's black costume as well, because I just think that's probably the most iconic Spider-Man costume other than the actual red and blue. But yeah, I love Venom. Venom, fantastic character, and he's just really badass, especially where you have that big battle where you've got Venom and Carnage fight against each other. That's an awesome battle, and also when they team up as well, that's really cool. But yeah, Venom, fantastic, brilliant, brilliant villain, and probably my all-time favourite from now onwards. So yeah. But yeah, they are my top 5 favourite Spider-Man villains. If you're a fan of Spider-Man, please do comment down below your favourites, and I will see you.